Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Xpat Xchange. It's me, Amanda, and I am here with the lovely Mercedes. But we're going to call her Cedes for this episode because that's what I call her all the time. And today, this episode is probably going to be my favorite one of this whole season. Why? Because we are bringing it home. Home, okay? Listen, I don't have a flag on me, but I have my Marina, aka my street vest. Listen, let me swing my flag and rag. But yeah, with today's episode, we are talking about my motherland and hers as well. The small little island, but the biggest influence throughout the whole world, Jamaica. And Cedes has been living in London and in England for a while, but her roots go back, just like mine, to Jamaica. This is one of my best intros ever, but it is so good to have you here. It's so good to have you here, Cedes. Welcome to the podcast. Hi, Cedes. How are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm just waiting for the weather to improve.
The weather is so bad right now. I mean,
We're in spring.
yeah.
The clocks have gone forward.
Oh my. I want my hour back. I
think I'm still playing catch up. That 1 hour that they took from me, I'm feeling it still in my body.
It's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love seeing the sky light because we don't get sun here, y'all.
Yeah.
We know that already. I love seeing the sky lighter longer. People seem a little bit more cheery, but this rain business,
Yeah.
you can't take it.
Pack it up.
Yes, pack it up. Okay, so Cedes, you've had a really big journey.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of back and forth. I've known Cedes. I met Cedes through mutual friends, and she's a fellow bad gal. So I just had to. We just clicked. All right. So I know a lot about her journey. She's gonna share a little bit, but she spent a lot of time. Where's your hometown in Jamaica?
It's Mandeville.
Oh, cool.
Mandeville.
Exactly. So right, guys, that's where my mom's from. So when she said that, yes, Aurora's.
Oh my God! Really?
Yes.
I didn't realize.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Vanderbilt and my mom lived there. Her uncle's like the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's a Charlton.
Stop it.
Yes.
Stop.
I'm serious.
No, this world is so small.
I'm so serious.
So that means related to you?
Yes, that's my cousin. Yes. I am.
What?
Yes, that's my
Oh
mom's
my God, the world is so small.
Cecile's dad and my mom's dad are my Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And all of them name is like Cecile.
Yes.
Cecile.
Yes.
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 Cecile and all of them. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
no,
no, seriously,
it's small.
it's very small.
Charlton is big name
Yes.
in Mandeville, Manchester in general. Oh
Yes.
my God.
So, yeah, so that's my mom's side of the family, and then my dad's from St. Elizabeth. So,
oh, like my dad.
yeah, listen. So, as you can see, this is how we clicked because we didn't have it in depth, but yeah. I've never been to Mandeville.
Is it?
Yeah, no. Because my mom always was just like, we're gonna do the touristy stuff. We do Ocho Rios, we do Montego Bay. Never made it there. I really would love to go.
Yeah.
But I've definitely been to St. Elizabeth. I've been in the countryside, and I take it all in. It's so beautiful going back home. And yeah, so tell me more about Mandeville and how did you end up over here?
Okay, so I'll tell you how I ended up over here first, like brief.
Okay.
So I was born in London, but I grew up in Jamaica. My mom was also born in London, but grew up in Jamaica. Obviously, there was a point in time when, as a Jamaican, you would have a British part, or you would be a British citizen. So there's half of my family that's over here, and that's where that link is. Um, so that's why I'm over here. So I never went through the whole visa process, child. If that was the case, I would not be over here. That's
Listen.
Because
we'll talk about visa
it's
stuff
too
later.
stressful.
It's very stressful.
But outside of that, Mandeville now, okay, they have this little thing about Mandeville. They said that Mandeville is for the newly wed and the nearly dead. That's what they say.
Break that down, please.
Because it's quiet. It's really quiet. I think the closest thing that I can think of in terms of like pop culture or like suburbia.
Okay.
You know? It's country, but not as rural as St. Elizabeth.
Yeah, listen. I was shocked.
Yeah, but St. Elizabeth, so far St.
Yeah,
Elizabeth,
no, so far nice. Yeah.
Junction, getting up there. Them getting up there. But yeah, really quiet. I think now that I'm older, I appreciate it so much more. When I was younger, you want to go where all the life is, so Kingston and
of
everything.
Course.
But the one is so cool and nice. The temperature is not as like hot because it's on a higher altitude, and it's just peaceful. It's really peaceful. And I really appreciate that, and I really enjoyed growing up there. I don't think I would trade that for the world, to be honest. It was a good time. Peaceful. I guess everybody kind of know each other.
Yeah. What color was your uniform?
God. So
I love seeing little Jamaican kids in the uniform.
So the school I went to, the prep school I went to, it was a brown gingham. Then Bishops, which is the high school that I went to, initially it was like a khaki color.
Yeah.
But they changed the uniform to purple after a while because apparently purple was the school color.
Okay. That's a big jump.
Yeah, purple is the school color. Which in fact that's true because I think Bishops is the sister school, sorry. Mm-hmm. It was an all-girls school. The sister school of BC.
Okay.
Which is another school in Mandeville. And I think is it KC? Lord Jesus. One of them school in Kingston is also a part of the same network of schools, and I think they were purple. It's Casey. Or it might be JC. I don't know.
But either way, very vivid memories of how cool it was. Yeah. Okay, so you're in cool Mandeville. Mm-hmm. And you were born here and went back and then came back here, and describe the difference between the two for you.
Oh, yeah, I definitely experienced culture shock, despite it wasn't the first time me like being in the UK. Mm-hmm. So I kind of had an idea what to expect, but even with having that idea, there was still that culture shock.
Yeah, but it's so crazy about the culture shock to me because Jamaica is very influenced by the United Kingdom as far as just like, the currency, just head of state, mm-hmm. even the way we speak is still very British. I mean, well, very English. Mm-hmm. And so you would expect coming to the mother country, it would be the same. And then, doing some research behind this, we call different things, different stuff, and then they look down on Jamaicans on certain things, and I'm like, how? When we're literally one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're literally an extension of this nation. So how was that culture shock for you? Especially with like calling things different names and stuff.
Yeah, there's there's definitely that as well. I did feel myself a lot doing what do you call it?
Code switching?
Code switching.
Yes.
Right. there was a lot of code switching.
Can I hear your British accent, please?
I don't have a British accent. The reason for
Cedes,
that,
you're right. No,
I don't. I'll say like certain British words, but like a British accent, probably not. People will like they hear a little tinge here and there, but it's not deliberate and it's not like a flowing thing. I don't know. First of all, I was in Manchester and I did not appreciate the Mancunian accent. No, I appreciate it more, but I did not appreciate it and I was like, if I'm to pick up a British accent, I do not want a Mancunian accent. So,
I love Manchester though.
No, I did. I lived there for 6 years and I really enjoyed living there. It was a bit of a sad time when I finally like had to leave. But it was good. I really enjoyed there. It felt very safe.
Yes, I felt the same exact way. I went for 3 days.
Yeah.
And I was sad leaving.
Yeah.
Because for one, it's so spacious, way more clean than London. Everyone is friendly.
Yes.
The food tastes more fresher than anything. Like London food, right? But like Manchester, I don't know what they do differently up there, but everything just felt so safe, secure, and fresh.
Yeah.
And the roads were so big. There was so much space to just do your thing.
Yeah, there's a bit more space, and the friendliness is definitely like a thing where it's like it's refreshing.
Yes.
So I'm happy that when I did decide to come over, Manchester was
the first
place that I stayed. I don't know. Would I have liked it if it was London?
No, I don't think you would have.
Probably not, especially at that age. Like I was young, I was about 19, and you know, as came out of I went to boarding school for sixth form. So
girl, what's that?
Hmm?
What's that?
I mean, so what would you call sixth form in
is it high school?
It's kind of because you guys call college university.
Yes.
Do you guys do like a little in between?
No. So it goes elementary school, which is primary school, middle school, which is middle school. So that's ages 10 to like 13, and then high school is from 14 to about 18.
Okay, so it would be considered high school then, that part of high school, because most people would leave at around 18/19.
Okay.
Thereabout, but you do like your A levels. You guys would do SAT.
Yes.
University, but it's that little before you get to university.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then from after you graduate high school, you go to college, which college is university. Same thing.
Yeah.
So, did you find it hard, like when you lived here and then had to go back to Jamaica? How were the Jamaicans like with you when you went back down?
Like when I go home, like,
yeah,
it's okay. Like I think because I was in Jamaica for so long.
Yeah.
And I only left when I was around 19.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of friends still there and we kept in touch. Like even Regan.
Oh yes, all right. So we have a mutual friend named Regan. That's how we met.
Yeah.
And through my other friend Audra, who's friends with everyone. Because she literally Audra said, Amanda, I have a friend. She's Jamaican. You guys are gonna get on like a house on fire. She's from New Zealand. They come up with these idioms and different sayings, and I'm like, right, sure, I'll meet her. Met her. We kicked it off. We hung out again. She invites Mercedes, and it's just literally the group just keeps expanding and intertwining. Love them down, and literally I was like, wow, it's really good to kind of know that there's people that understand my culture. Because there's so many times like I could say certain things or, withhold certain things because no one would get it, you know? No, so it's really good. And I find that it is so strange that you could be from anywhere in the world and have Jamaican parents and we'll all have something common. Like we all were brought up the same exact way. is really sickening. Like the whole say good evening and all this stuff when you walk in, like it's so like I used to just think like, oh my god, this is just my house.
No, the culture definitely flows through.
Yes. And even when I meet, British Jamaicans or Jamaican, I don't know what they call it because in America I'm a Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
So what do they say here?
I guess Jamaican British or British Jamaican.
That's whack.
I guess, yeah.
Well, I'm a Jamaican.
Not Jamaican.
Yeah, I'm a Jamaican. Okay. So, as a Jamaican, I found that at first I used to be like, wow, my parents are just so strict. And then I met other Jamaican kids. And I'm like, is there a handbook? Is there a handbook to raising Jamaican kids? I don't know.
I'm starting to think there's a handbook, and I'm starting to think that there's like an overall handbook for just Caribbean kids in general, because sometimes you hear people from other islands talk about like stuff, and I'm like,
were you in my house?
This sound Jamaican, but just in a different font.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so after Manchester, which is one of my favorite English cities, you guys have to go there. After Manchester, where did you go? And wait, before we leave Manchester, is there a Jamaican community out there?
Yeah, there is a Jamaican community up in Manchester. I know it's near to like there's this area near to Rush Home called Side.
Okay.
So there's a lot of Jamaicans there, and that's where when I was at uni.
Bullet, go ahead.
Right. When I was at uni, whenever you wanted to get a little, your snacks, you'd go around Side. But I don't think the community is as big as like
Brixton.
Or like in London, or even say for example Birmingham. Birmingham has a massive.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of Jamaicans.
Interesting.
But I don't think the population is as big. But they're there. They're definitely there. Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah. I haven't been to Brum yet, so I definitely want to go in the summertime and see what is given.
I have no recommendations for Birmingham.
Really? Is it that shit?
You know what it is? It's not that it's shit. I think I just haven't given it a fair shot, have I? Like I have a lot of extended family up there, but it's really bad. You only go there, there's like probably some event, i.e. funeral,
really?
whatever. That's the only time you end up going up there. Like, I just don't go up there in general. Mind you, I have a friend that lives up there now. So this has been the most frequent that I've been up there since. But it's just like, let's go to her house and that's about it for her.
I'm going to look on TikTok and see if there's anything like worth going to see.
I mean, I'm sure the nightlife probably isn't too bad.
How far is Brum from here though?
It's not far. It's like an hour and a half train, probably less actually. But there's like a long train and a quick train.
Oh gosh.
But
okay.
Yeah. I went to my first Drake concert up there.
Okay, Drake. Drake is also an honorary Jamaican. Listen, I give it to him. He could be whatever he wants to be, but I love people who represent my culture correctly, and give us our flowers. I find that, not to be political on this podcast, but we start a lot of things, okay? Jamaica has started so many things. It is behind so many movements, where, especially like hip hop. So guys, if you don't know, I already mentioned it before, but if you're new here, I'm from the Bronx, New York, home of hip hop and a lot of great things. And it's who had the sound systems?
It's true.
Jamaicans. You know who have the rhythm and the rub-a-dub and all of that
that cultural
That
exchange definitely happened. Yeah.
And then when you think about like even the founding fathers of hip
a
hop,
lot of them had Caribbean heritage.
yes, their parents were from the islands.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do it, and even down to the lingo in London.
Yeah,
The lingo in London,
here and Canada too.
Yes.
Toronto, because there's a lot of Jamaicans over there, and the link I don't.
They'd be like, "Cha." Wait, what's some other things they said? Like the cha, like
Wagwan is one of them.
Yes.
This is an old one that people like to say, that used to say. I don't even think it's used now. Zine or skin or zine.
Oh yeah.
That is a Jamaican saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that I remember growing up on that.
Raw cha,
yes.
Yeah.
And there's loads like you just hear it like mixed in.
Yeah. Oh, and bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. They be like, bear things. Yeah. I'm like,
it's definitely like a lot of cultural exchange where it's concerned.
So it breaks my heart, honestly, because an island, and this is coming from like my American like perspective as well, because most of the African American stars are actually Jamaican or Jamaican. Like the parents are Jamaican and they grew up in America, and so we adapt to the African American way of life because different from England, we don't get the option to say we're Black Caribbean.
Yeah.
Or Black African. It's like literally we just have to put Black. They don't care about the subcultures. No. So it's crazy because most of our like well-known Black stars are Jamaican. Yeah. And I mean obviously we all, get in line and assemble as African Americans, but there is this influence of like a Jamaican upbringing that that we're instilled in. And I don't think we get the recognition that we deserve. And I don't, it kind of breaks my heart, but I'm really, really proud. Like I'm so proud that, things aligned and ships landed where they landed and people were like, this is where we're gonna set shop. I'm so proud to be Jamaican. I mean, the only flag with these three colors. Everybody else has red, white, and blue, and all different things. We're very unique, and the culture just goes so hard, and it's embedded in so many different things, and it's just one little. Like you hear somebody say "Welcome" and your head turn. Mm-hmm. You see somebody with a ting. Sorry, we got snacks in here today. You see somebody with a ting. You like, all right, what's going on? So it's just the little things that really bring it home for me. And another thing that I enjoy doing in London is going to Brixton because I like seeing my people. And I like eating. Obviously, the food here is very questionable, but the food is very questionable. I'm sorry, the food is very questionable, but I never go wrong with Jamaican food in Brixton. Like it does it for me. I don't know about you, cause I'm a Jamaican and Jamaican. This is like real bad gal things, yeah, right? Like this. Come on. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would not last a chance in Jamaica. Like for real. I don't know if I would last. Yankee all that time. Listen, Yankee picnic. I
cannot pick up on the accent.
Yeah, I would not last.
I think that like even though I have like basically held on to the Jamaican accent or whatever, I definitely feel like if I were to move back, they would realize that I'm French from somewhere else. Honestly.
Really? Why you say that?
I think that we inadvertently pick up things that we don't realize that we pick up. Yeah. Like I definitely think that as a person, I probably don't feel like I've changed much, but I probably have. Like there's probably a lot of things about me that is very British,
Wow.
Yeah. I think I've become way more insular now
Really?
than how I was in Jamaica. And I think because I think British people are a bit more, if you're to have an index of more insular or more outward people,
Yeah.
I'd say Americans are more outward, very expressive,
Yes.
very friendly, very like just out, like
Yes.
you know, you see their energy. They're like sunflowers.
You see it.
You see their energy as they enter the room. It's like it's very bright. British people are very insular. Like we don't like to be like seen. Don't like to be perceived.
Yes. Y'all are just so
They don't
miserable.
Like, they're miserable.
Cantankerous. Like, these are the words to describe.
They're very miserable. I think the most introverted, an introvert in America would be an extrovert over here.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, and I think obviously you adapt, right?
Yeah.
So I've kind of like adapted. I think I'm a little bit of I think I'm an introvert, but in Jamaica I'm relaxed.
Yeah.
So I'm around people that I'm comfortable. So that bubbly, chatty, laughy person comes up more.
Okay.
Whilst here, I think I'm way more reserved, way
Why?
more guarded. I don't know. I don't think the UK provides space to not be guarded though.
It's
I think.
true.
It's one of those places where you kind of have to just then you can't be too much of anything.
I agree. So for me, as you already described, I'm American. I am loud in your face, just like I can't hide it. It's just me. This is my energy. This is just how I am. I'm naturally an extrovert. And coming out here, it's like everyone's so stush. And don't get me wrong, I respect it.
Yeah.
I really do respect it because why should you care about others around you? You like get to point A to point B. Like I respect why they behave the way they do.
Yeah.
And I also do feel like it's the weather.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because on a sunny day, everyone is
friendly,
more friendly. And it's so crazy how weather can really, change how people are acting and change your mood. But so for me, being, this outgoing person and then seeing how culture's like, what is this? Like,
they just look at it
like, this girl is annoying. What is going on? Are you always like that? It could be me. Just little things like that. That I could see why someone will change. Because I even doubt, like, I find myself, like, holding back a little.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not ready for this. Let's just stop. Okay? Because, like, I don't know what, I don't want to be too much and then just, like, ruin the mood.
Mm-hmm.
So I draw back. But I get why you have become this new person and, like, adapted to this new persona.
Yeah.
And, like, so when I get home, I'm still me. And my friends like, turn that British shit off. And I'm like, what British stuff? But my mannerisms are a little bit more English, So I totally get that. When's the last time you went home?
I do have plans this year.
Good.
Hopefully the ticket prices.
Guys, the ticket prices is even like going to Nigeria.
Like this is
£1,200.
Listen, I wanted to go this Easter, and when I look at those prices, I was like,
fun fact, everyone, and you may not agree with me, but Jamaicans create Easter. Thank you.
Easter is our holiday.
That is our holiday, okay? Bun and cheese, hot crust buns. Listen.
The fish, everything. No, we take it serious. Even like, we take Christmas serious, but honestly, Easter,
it was
Easter.
No, he has risen. It was for us. It was for us. I'm telling you. If that's one thing that I'm gonna stand behind, is Jamaica's created Easter.
No, it's so true, because if I did not even realize how much Easter was a thing for us until I'm here. Because Easter is just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's a holiday, everybody happy for the extra holiday and stuff. And mind you, I think over here is like chocolate Easter eggs and maybe a leg lamb on Sunday. But like, we're the ones carrying the Easter. We're like
bad. Listen.
Like we're planning. You'd swear this is like Christmas for us.
It's a separate. So growing up, Easter was the second Christmas in my house, right? So I always knew that, hey, we're gonna get a fire outfit. We're gonna go to the car show. We're gonna go to church.
Yeah.
We're gonna, do the eggs and things. But I mean, we're gonna fry up we're gonna fry the fish. That's a fish style, and then we're gonna have my bun and cheese.
Yeah.
And it was just knowing that what to look forward to it.
Yeah.
And then the Good Friday, like, I mean, we count down. Good Friday, Good Thursday. We start from Thursday, and it's just go, and then Palm Sunday,
Palm Sunday, right?
Yeah. So I wholeheartedly believe that Jamaicans created Easter. Okay. Because I don't know another group that does it up like us or look forward to it like us. I mean, getting the outfits together, just, cleaning down the house, right? Yes, cleaning down the house.
Cleaning.
Yes. Playing the music. Oh, please. So, yes, we got Easter on lock. Nobody does it like us. And okay, so now let's talk about the influence, because they probably put the bun and cheese over to Jamaica. But
the British bun and cheese, the hot cross bun. It's okay. There's a lot of things that I'm sure they carried over.
Yes.
But we make it nice.
Yes.
I just think that even not just Jamaica, but in general, like even I think this whole carnival thing.
Yes.
Like Trinidad and those islands on eastern side. Like, carnival in essence is a European thing, because when you go to Italy, I think Venice has a carnival around the Easter time, to mark Easter later or something like that.
Yes.
But obviously,
we
see what carnival turned to.
Yes.
Literally turn it on its head, something very exciting or whatever, and I just think that I think we definitely made Easter our own thing.
Yeah, I think with much like oppressed groups, we have to make the best of whatever is going on. Because even just Notting Hill, knowing the history of Notting Hill Carnival and how massive it is, and people fly in for this, and it really is our thing. Yeah. And we have to fight to kind of be seen, heard, and respected in this community. And so learning a little more history behind, the passage of like Jamaicans coming to the United Kingdom with Windrush, and just knowing that they were the first group to migrate here,
and they got all of them.
Yeah, so
the first hit of they're the ones.
So it's so nuts to me, because I was chatting with an old colleague of mine, and he said, Jamaicans are lazy, and I was just like, Jamaicans are not lazy. No, what are you talking about? He was just like, the way that this culture kind of like looks at Jamaicans, they see them as lazy. And I said, that's so opposite. Because in America, Jamaicans are known to have 3, 4, 5 jobs. Like, we are one of the hardest outside of like Mexico, we're one of the hardest working, demographics. And I'm just like, wait, what? And so, we chatted about just, the stereotypes that may have been created, being first group to kind of migrate into an area, and knowing that they kind of had to put their foot down and create their own culture and revolt as well, because it wasn't easy. But I would never associate Jamaicans as lazy. I think we have all swag. We have all. I mean, guys, this could be a very biased episode. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm chatting a little bit more political than I ever have because you know what I rep. But I mean, it's the truth. It really is the truth. You guys can argue in the comments below, but do what you wish with that. But it's really hard being a trailblazer.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard setting up camp and adjusting to a new life that's not really for you and don't even want you here.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, being successful enough to let them know that okay, we can let others come in. All the other countries can come in now, or being a guinea pig. It's really really a lot to kind of unpack. But it's really great to see the difference, like in a Jamaican community in America versus like the Jamaican community versus
I think that was definitely, I would even say, not necessarily a culture shock, but I guess kind of.
Yeah.
Because obviously I grew up in Jamaica. I knew my relatives who lived over here.
Yeah.
They would come over often. I came over to the UK, but I was a child. So there are certain things that you don't understand and get. Like, you're not gonna see it, you know, because you're a kid.
Yeah.
But obviously, being in Jamaica and the proximity of Jamaica to the US, you see more of Jamaicans in the US.
Yeah.
Per se.
Yeah.
So you see lots of Jamaicans doing well in the US, getting scholarship to go to the top universities, doing well. You know, you see celebrities who have Jamaican heritage.
Yeah.
And athletes, you see them come down to Jamaica, scouting for athletes.
Yeah.
All of those things. So, you know that Jamaicans are hard workers, and always it's like a kind of running joke how Jamaicans may not do X in Jamaica, but whenever it's
yes,
foreign,
they'll do
they
it.
will do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
I
you know, them work what they need to work to get where they need to go, and then coming over here in adulthood, and then realizing that there was this stereotype where Jamaicans are concerned. When I went to uni, I did a law degree. I was the only Jamaican on the course that I know of. I know maybe there was maybe another person, but I know like fresh from Jamaica.
Yeah.
I was the only like Jamaican international students on that course. There were other Caribbean students there, but from like other islands and stuff. And like there was, I do faintly remember a conversation that I had with someone, and the surprise when they realized that I was Jamaican.
Really?
And at university, and I'm like, I found it very odd because I mean, back home, everybody's at university. All of my friends were at university, whether
education
or not
is so
important,
big.
right?
So important.
So this stereotype where it's like, oh, Jamaicans don't go to school or don't want to get educated or don't want to whatever. And then the thing about it is, my thing is like, if you open your mind and look at Jamaicans elsewhere, they're doing well. Jamaicans everywhere else in the world, they're doing well.
Yes.
But here.
So
What is the
I don't know. Well, you gotta tell me. I'm not.
well, to be honest, like, you know, I'm no expert at that, but I do think that the environment and also as a state being one of the first groups.
Yes.
And I don't even just think it's just Jamaicans alone. I think Caribbean people in general get if I think because okay, in terms of Jamaica, we tend to be the largest Caribbean group in numbers. So everybody else who is from the Caribbean end up get painted with the same on the basis of a Jamaican. However, they just assume that everybody from the Caribbean is like that. Whatever, they just assume that they're Jamaicans no matter wherever they come from, you know, the Caribbean country. And it's just it's sad. It's sad. And there's I think it's kind of like I wouldn't even say it's a self-fulfilling prophecy per se for a Jamaican individual, but I do think that this country holds people back from like the get-go, from like school, from I just think about the messages that I had when I was at school. Like if they realized that you had the potential, the world was your oyster, they encouraged you to apply for whatever. If you they encourage you to go to extra classes, they encourage you to whatever. When you speak to some people who's gone through schooling over here, they've had teachers who like they said they want to go to X university and they're telling them no, don't apply to the university. So it's starting from very young. It's stifling, like they're being stifled.
Yeah.
And then you see Jamaicans from outside of UK come, because I know so many people who were on there's this scholarship called Achieving Scholarship.
Okay.
And it's open to the Commonwealth. I'm not sure if it's open to anywhere else, but it's open to the Commonwealth, and you come and you get your scholarship to go to master, you do your masters. And every year the amount of Jamaicans that get Achieving scholarships, like it's insane. Like countless Jamaicans get that scholarship every single year. You have Jamaicans from like who grew up in Jamaica getting their Rose scholarship to come over here. And it's like, what is happening?
Yeah, what's the disconnect?
Yeah.
So I watched the documentary. I wish I remember the name, but it revolved around the kids of the Windrush movement and how the UK government basically said to the parents, "We're sending your child to a special school," and they worded it in a way where it was just like special, as in like they're overachievers, and they put these children into basically special ed classes and deliberately undertaught them and undermined them to the point where they didn't think they could achieve. And the one thing I dislike about Jamaican parenting, and I mean, you guys can take that with a grain of salt, however you want to go with it, because not all parents are like this, but it seems to be a common theme in Caribbean homes where the parents kind of take the authority side versus listening to the child.
That's true. That is true.
And then, sending you for school to learn, not do other things. And instead of understanding where the kid's coming from, they kind of like take authority's roles. But then now, looking back, I'm like, you send us an able-bodied person to a school, and then you under teach them, and then you make them feel dumb, and then you tell the parents they're underperforming, and now the parent is having beef with their kid about what they're doing at school, and calling them dunce, that's their favorite word, or calling them luckless and all those different things. And it wasn't even their parents. I mean, it wasn't even the child's fault. It's systematic.
Yeah.
And then, instead of understanding where you're, like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure, parents work very hard. Jamaican parents, especially if you're the first year, I can only imagine what the hours are like, and what it was to kind of provide for a family. You don't have the time to really
research and get into the
things. So I can totally see where the disconnect happened, but it was all systematic.
Yeah.
And it was out of the children's control, and it really put a strain on the household, as well as like the parent who uprooted their life for a better chance. And they come out here, they send for their kid, they come, and now all of a sudden their kid is issued. It's not really their kid. And another element of that documentary is the rewording of things. So I think the example they used, and it took a teacher who had a better understanding of the culture. But example, UK people may have called a tap, right? and Jamaican people call it a pipe.
Pipe, yeah.
It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same exact thing, but you're grading them incorrectly, and you're telling them they don't know something, but where they're from, it's called a pipe.
Pipe. Yeah.
Not a tap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or a faucet. It's called a pipe. And so now you're instead of understanding where these things are coming from, you're not slow. Like I think a Caribbean education is way more advanced than a Western one. To be honest with you,
I agree. I know so many people and schoolmates who left school in the middle of school, and they excelled. Like when they went to the US or even the UK, like they did well. Yeah. Especially the US, because I think they recognize a bit more when if you're doing well, you have the option to skip a grade or to do whatever type of situation. They encourage that. Yeah. I'm not so sure in the UK how they are with that, but I do know like in the US they did very well. What I don't like about the US is they will put you back if you're like they'll hold you a year behind because they automatically feel like you're not up to par. Right. So their assumption is they put you back. Now that creates problems because why am I not with my age mates? Just because I moved. Yes, I know about that. And you know what I'm saying? And I hate that because they look down on the qualifications. Exactly. And the qualifications are fine. The kids know everything. Yeah. There's nothing that an immigrant child is not aware. If anything, immigrant child from whatever part of the world are it's probably more advanced than a Western child. You know, they teach you. I think they teach us a little things that are a bit more irrelevant to life than someone from the Caribbean or any parts of the world if they immigrated into New America or England. They're more advanced, especially with metrics and the reading and comprehension. You know, I'm not saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. Western education is deemed as best. I'm sure there are certain things that we know more than immigrants coming into our country, but I feel like there should be a different way of examining things because you're grading kids off for calling the same exact thing something different, and they tell them they're wrong, but they actually know what it is. This is what they call it. Now you have a group of kids that feel less than because you're rejecting them. Yeah. Off of your standards of what you think is correct when it's actually the same thing. Yeah. So that breaks my heart that there is a stigma on you just, and this goes for every country, immigrant kids or anyone just coming into a new area. But just to kind of bring it back to Jamaica, it breaks my heart knowing that as trailblazers, this was the type of scenarios they have to deal with. And then still having such an influence on culture, like lingo, food, just the vibes of things. So that's the beauty of that. So we went on so many different tangents. We went on so many different tangents. I didn't even want to talk about education, but here we are. Here we are. So Cedes have lived semi-North England, Middle England, and then the South. Yes, Southwest. Southwest. How was that? I mean, what can I say? It was okay. At best, I wouldn't live there again though. Why not? I think at that stage in life, I needed something a bit more. It's very pretty, very beautiful, very pretty. But I do find that there isn't a lot of diversity. And it's not just racial diversity, also age diversity. Okay. A lot of, like, obviously there's like young people everywhere. But there's a older population there. I don't know the specific numbers, but if you were to ever like just go down to, I didn't Exeter.
Okay.
If you were to
I
go
never
down,
even heard of that place. I never heard of it.
if you were to go down to Exeter, you would
Mhm.
realize straight away that there is definitely like an older population. Like as soon as you stepped off the train, you would know. It is so obvious.
Really?
So everything was kind of just geared towards like just people who are older in terms of like obviously you want to make friends, you try to find
So would you say
hobbies.
that's like a vacation spot for a
Yeah,
retirement
I
spot
think
for
a lot
them?
of people retire there.
Okay.
Same for Cornwall. A lot of people kind of retire to
Okay.
Cornwall.
I haven't done that part of
Yeah,
England yet.
very sleepy, very quiet, lots of nature, pretty quaint. But it's definitely like more older people. And if you're young, most of the people there they're either like married with kids and dogs
Oh, no,
type
sir.
of situation.
No.
And I moved on there, I was 27. And I was like at that point in time, I think I was like the only person. Actually, no, there's another girl there at work who was like not married or didn't have a long term partner, didn't have a house, didn't have a dog,
And it probably
didn't
looked
have
you
a
so
child.
well. Yeah.
It was
It was like, what's wrong with her?
it was just so odd because it's like not saying that I don't have friends who have long term partners and all of that. But I honestly feel I think that in London I think everyone kind of has this Peter Pan syndrome. So even if they have kids and a long-term partner, they're quite young at heart.
I agree.
You can still relate to them. You still have a chat. You can still go and drink. These people like 2 feet away from as I said golden age home.
Really?
Like literally how they behave. I was like, why? I just could not. I just found it so hard to relate. Like so that first year. Like I was like just trying to settle in and get like into everything, and then lo and behold, the pandemic came.
Oh, goodness.
So majority of the time that I was living in Exeter was in a pandemic, which was not great. So in London, when obviously the pandemic was happening, and there were restaurants out on the street and people were still having some form of fun. I was just locked up, locked up in the dungeon.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry because I can only imagine.
Locked up. It was just so quiet and just so like, my God, it was just So I was like, you know what? I do like quiet, but it's
too quiet.
Yeah. I love a peaceful environment, and I realize as I've gotten older, I don't really like that much noise.
Yeah.
Or too busy or whatever. But I think like living there was, when things happen at the right time. I think at that point in life, that was where I needed to be type of situation. And then I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. Enough is enough. Time to go.
Then she came back to London. Okay, so what's your favorite place in London? What area? Like, what makes you feel like, okay, I'm home?
Let's see. I do like Brixton. I don't go as much as I should, to be honest. But I do feel, I know people have words to say about Brixton.
Let's hear it.
People, like, I know Brixton has a reputation, or did have a reputation, of being a very bad area in the stuff, but it's all gentrified.
Yeah, it's gentrified now.
So, but I think it's a very funny place.
No, I love Brixton. It's so lively. It's so lively. Every cross and turn, it's something.
It's very like it does remind me the most of like where like a place where a lot of diversity is. It's kind of chaotic.
Yes,
it's kind of like
from the moment you get off the train,
it's
like something. You got music playing, still playing. It's always something going on. So I totally get it.
I do like that for that purpose. Another area I do like, but not for the same, is Greenwich.
Really?
I like grenade, but you know what it is?
Nice.
It's like I think it's more.
It's dead.
It's habit. It's habit. I've always gone as when I used to come over for summer. We used to always go to Greenwich. So there's like a little market. Or there, the
It's
countryside type of situation.
now.
We
Yeah.
go to the park and we walk up the all the
Oh
way up.
yes,
to
the observatory. Yes, yes.
So it's kind of like I know it too
Okay.
well. So I like if I don't know what I want to do or where I
Just do
want to
that.
go, I just go to Greenwich
Okay.
because I know it.
That's
I
so
know where.
far out.
It's well, not that far.
Well,
out.
no, I
it's
mean-
probably near to you.
It is near to me, but
Far out from me now.
yeah.
But not before. Like I was staying with relatives in Camberwell, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay, that's nice.
But
I like
yeah,
Camberwell.
yeah, it's not too bad. Peckham always have a heart. To be
Yes.
honest. Peckham people, I know Peckham is no place to send anybody, but
I love me my Peckham. One thing, you're gonna get what you need when you go to Peckham.
right.
You're gonna get what you need.
Peckham has provided. Okay, when I was in Manchester and when obviously we have hair shops and stuff in Manchester. But when I was in Manchester, I don't know how it is now. When I was at university, that was like 2011 around that time.
Yeah.
The choices were not like that.
Yeah.
So when I wanted my hair stuff, I'd come down, take my little coach down to
Ah!
London, go to Peckham because that's near to where my relatives live. Go to Peckham, go to the hair shop, buy my little hair, buy my little gel, whatever it is that I need.
Yeah.
Peckham provided. Okay?
Yeah. Peckham is gonna come through for you.
Peckham
It's
provided.
a bit of a journey.
Yeah.
But it will come through.
Peckham
It
definitely provided.
Okay, so what do you actually like about London? Like, what keeps you here? Because we spoke about all the other attributes of like being an expat and just being able to kind of like create your own life and things like that, and still honoring your like heritage and things, and like gravitating towards different communities that represent that. But what do you like about London?
What do I like about London? Okay, one big thing that I like about London, and I know this is going to sound very geeky, but it's the transportation. Transportation.
Geeky.
I'm a big geek about public transportation. Mind you, British public transportation is not the best.
No, it's good.
But it's good.
It is good.
It is good because,
It's
child,
good.
let me tell you, when I was living in Jamaica, you'd go to Florida, yeah? And this was like way before Uber.
Okay,
there was nothing called Uber. And I honestly feel that has traumatized me because you'd stay with relatives and you couldn't do anything until they came back home from work. If you're hungry, the most you could do was order pizza. That's all you could order.
Listen.
You couldn't go anywhere. I remember there's this memory that's etched in my brain. My mom, we were in the house, bored as hell, and I was really young, and we're like, we're gonna go outside.
Yeah.
Because my mom is used to that. She spent some time. She was born in London. Well, no, she was born in London. She was born in the UK.
Yeah.
And she spent time here at some point. So she's used to like going get up and go do your own thing.
Yeah.
We in Florida, bored, everybody at work, we're on a holiday. Stuck, bored in the house.
Wow.
So she was like, come, let's go out. She put me on her shoulder because I was quite young at the time. And the sun, Jesus, the sun, it was so... All I can remember is the sun. I don't even remember where it is that we went, but we went somewhere and we bought like pencils and rubbers or whatever, and all kind of little knickknacks or whatever. But the sun, all I could remember was the sun, and I was like, nah, this place.
Florida is a different place.
I could not I could not move. We couldn't go anywhere, and I think because of that, it took me so long to like make a trip back to the US because I was so like hung up on because I can't drive.
Yeah, you cannot.
I can't drive, and I was just so hung up on the fact that I can't move. Like, I need to be able to move.
Yeah.
And then my first trip back to the US like in adulthood was to New York. That's the only place that I can probably go because
Yeah.
I can go to them.
You can go anywhere.
Right, you can move, right?
Yeah.
You can do what you want to do and get where you need to go. But I think that's the biggest thing for me with London. It's just like being able to move around that independence and the fact that it's a nice melting pot of cultures. Like I've lived in Manchester. Manchester has a nice melting pot too, but it's way larger here in the UK. And I really appreciate that, and I appreciate it more now that I've lived in Exeter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
That was
like one extreme. Like I thought I'm very like flexible. I'm the type of how some people like, oh, they can't see themselves living here or there or whatever. I'm kind of like, once there's a good transportation system,
yes, sir.
I'm good. I can live anywhere. Like, I'm good, right? Living in Exeter made me realize that I value certain things.
Yeah.
Like, I value diversity.
The freedom
I value freedom. I just like value being able to like connect with people and being able to relate.
Yeah.
And I think even in London, even if you are not from the same background, and I think it's probably very similar to New York.
Yes.
Because I realize that New Yorkers refer to themselves as New Yorkers,
yeah.
not necessarily Americans, but New Yorkers.
Okay.
And I think it's the same, like Londoners, we're Londoners,
yeah.
not British or UK, Londoners. And I think it's the same thing where it's like, you can relate, there's that connection, there's that, like, you come in to sort your life or live, enjoy, whatever, and you can bond with people on that basis. So I do enjoy that. And I guess the freedom, like, I love Jamaica down, but, like, there's some things in Jamaica, it's like, oh.
No, it's, I totally get it, because I don't think I would have moved to London if London didn't have their transportation system.
Yeah.
And coming from my city that never sleeps, I like the
London sleep though.
London sleeps. But at least the train is coming within 3 minutes. Yeah. You never wait more than 6 minutes for a train. In New York, 10 up.
Yeah.
20 minutes between a train, or you're mad. Like it really does change your mood.
Yeah. How you do things.
Yeah.
And where you go. It just like, I guess it lessens the limitations.
Yes.
But yeah, I do like those two main things. I honestly feel the biggest letdown of London is weather.
Yeah.
The weather. If we had like nice weather, I think London would be
1000%
so much better.
1000%. From May to August, and even May to September, the vibe is so different.
So different.
The people are we are skipping.
Everybody happy.
Everyone's happy. Everyone is walking around with their picnic blanket. They set up shop anywhere. Everyone is eating, grabbing their food to go, sitting in the park. It is such a different vibe. Yeah. But from end of October to, maybe the first couple of weeks of May, done off. Yeah. Done off. Everyone's escaping. I absolutely love London. I mean, I know I have my moments with it. And it's hard not to compare your hometown.
Of course.
But it's a pretty cool city. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Another thing with London that I don't think a lot of people understand too is the green spaces. There's a lot of green spaces in London, and I don't think people appreciate. I don't think I appreciated it that much till I went to New York. Yeah, and obviously Central Park is nice, but in that era it's just Central Park, right? And I'm like, I remember saying to my friend, I'm like, can we go to like a park? And then he's like,
this is the
park. And then he lives more on the edge of like New Jersey. I'm like, can I go to a park? And then we kind of found a random park. I'm like, this is not a park.
This is not a park
that I'm thinking.
No.
The parks that I'm used to.
The parks here are stunning.
Yeah, they're really
stunning, well manicured, full of history. There's always like a secret pond. There's always just a lot of greens and well manicured to the sense where you don't even remember where you're at.
Yeah.
Like going to Regent's Park, it's so massive.
Yeah.
There's so many different loopholes in different places. There's coffee shops, they cater to the different sports. And that's just one part.
Yeah.
And there's one everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Every little section
yes.
of London, there's
every
like
little section is at least 3 parks. A small, medium, and a large. It is phenomenal. Alright, so we're gonna get ready to play a game. Little Miss Cedes has been a British babe for some time now, so I am going to play a game.
Oh my
I want to put this on, but I'm just too lazy. I'm just too lazy, so I'm just gonna put it like this. Do I look crazy? Anyway, so the game that we're playing now.
Let me get ready. My God,
I am going to show Cedes some landmarks in London. How many years have you been in London now?
I'd say probably coming up to 2 years collectively.
Okay.
Yeah, all the times that I've spent in London, in and out collectively.
Well, London is such a huge city in the United Kingdom that you should know these landmarks.
Oh God.
All right, so let me get my my landmarks ready. And we're gonna see how well she knows her stuff.
Probably not that well.
No. I have so much faith in you. Oh, I have so much faith in you. Okay, I mean, you should know this. You really should know this.
Oh, let's see.
Okay, all right. So this is the photo, and I'm just gonna give her 4 seconds. Okay, are you ready? You're just gonna let me know what it's called.
Okay.
And a bonus point if you can tell me what area of London it is in.
Probably not.
All right, you ready? Here we are.
Oh, it's Big Ben.
Okay, Big Ben, she got it right. All right, here's the next photo.
Oh, that's the the London
Eye. That's the British babe. Okay, we have this image. What do we have here?
Is that Buckingham Palace?
Yes, who lives in Buckingham Palace now? King Charles. Get it right. All right, so here's the next photo.
Oh God, where's this?
She's stumped.
Is this House's apartment?
No, it's not.
Oh,
I'm just happy. No.
Where is that?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, this is St. Pancras.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Right in King's Cross. The hotel.
Listen, I see that station at eye level. This is
you gotta cross the street and look up. That's what you gotta do. Okay. It's alright. It's alright. This is the next photo. Where's this?
Is that Trafalgar Square?
Yes, it is Trafalgar Square. Very good. Okay, here's the next image. What's this?
London Bridge. No, it's not.
It's not London Bridge. Yes, Tower Bridge.
Unfortunately, get mixed up.
Yes.
With that,
Listen. Not to take away from the game, but when I first moved to London at 20, I went to sightsee and I dragged my friends. Like, we're going to London Bridge. I typed in London Bridge and this was the image that came up.
Yeah.
But in the description of my maps to get there, we got to London Bridge. London Bridge is the plainest bridge you will ever see. And in the light, in the darkness, what's lit up? Tower Bridge, sitting there, and I'm just like, wow. The sky opens up. It starts pouring, And at this time, I was living in at Roehampton University, so I was near Putney and Richmond.
Yeah.
I was like, let's just get on the train home because I don't have time. I mean, the sky opened up. We had no umbrellas or anything, so that will always be a funny story because that is Tower Bridge, not London Bridge. Okay, what is this one?
The Shard.
Okay, bonus. If you can name the building that's in the forefront of the video, I mean, a photo.
What this
little, this round thing.
Is that no? Is that the session?
No.
That building. No, it's not the walkie-talkie.
No. That's City Hall. Yes. Okay, it's City Hall.
I'm not a girl.
If there's one thing, there's nobody more bitch than me. Okay. All right. Last one. Here's the image.
The gherkin.
All right. The gherkin is correct. The gherkin is correct. All right. Miss Cedes knows her stuff. She knows her stuff. She's looked up on two. Got one wrong. She's a British babe. She is a British babe. So, do you have any plans for the summer, or like, what are you looking forward to?
I don't know. I'm giving it up to.
You have to put. Okay, another thing.
Yeah,
you have to. Being in London, you have to plan every single weekend.
It's annoying.
It's so annoying to me because there is no time to just like think and not plan.
That is something that I don't like about London right now. I don't think it's always been like that, but there's no spontaneity.
No.
And I think that is something.
You gotta book everything.
That's something that I'm struggling with right now because I'm used to the kind of like chill. Let's go. You want to go for a drink? Let's go for a drink type of vibe. That's just not even a thing here anymore. Yeah. And I think it needs to be because.
Well, I blame COVID.
Yeah.
But now you have to book everything.
Even 3 weeks in advance.
Yes. Appointment. Book. I mean, and then TikTok is no help. Like,
oh God, that is partially the reason.
Yeah, because content is really good, and these places are making their stuff very Instagrammable. So people are going there, and then like it blows up, and now you can't even try it. Like there's a Jamaican roast.
Oh yeah.
They booked that. We went. My friends and I went.
Which one? The one in Deptford?
Yes.
I haven't been to that.
How was it?
It wasn't bad actually. It wasn't too bad. It actually was quite
They were
good.
booked out. So they booked out to May. I kid you not. I'm not lying. May.
Bosamanti?
Yes. From May. I think all because of TikTok. I mean, don't get me wrong. Business. I'm all for it, but
wow. That's the thing. I cannot. You know what? I need someone who can just come and say, Mercedes home. Because if it's left up to me,
no. Don't believe nothing that Mercedes say because we always say, especially Audra, Mercedes come.
No, I did. I spoke to her the beginning of this year, and I'm like, I know I was very terrible last year, but message me this year. Even the little midweek drinks or whatever.
Yes,
I'll just make sure that
we get Cedes outside. Yes. I love
make sure that I go into the office that day.
Yes,
because once I'm in the office, it's a
go.
For me to like just go.
Yeah, I just find like example. I didn't realize Easter was coming, right? And
do you have anything?
No. I mean, I was
going to ask you if you have anything.
No, I'm not planned. So I was thinking of earlier this week is that snap is coming. Okay, let me try to see if I can find like a quick getaway.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to use my holidays. Yes. I'd rather use a bank holiday. I said, okay, like I'll go to Poland or something like that, just so I can knock out some other countries. 500, 600 miles to go
Stop
to Poland.
the foolishness.
To Poland.
Really?
And in a week in advance.
And the following week, because my birthday is
yes, Aries.
Taurus girl.
Oh, the Taurus!
Yes.
Okay. Yes,
right.
I'm a Virgo, so yes.
Yes.
I love my Taurus.
So it's the week. No, it's not the week after. The
it's
week
2
after
weeks.
that.
Yes.
Right. The flight.
What are you doing? No, we can do something. We're doing something. Figure it out. No. I'm calling Audra. We're gonna figure something out. We're celebrating. God. Even if we have to go down to big old Croydon, Listen.
Oh, I just like, you know what it is? Because I was planning to go home for Easter. And I would have been there for a birth and then like change of plans and whatever.
Yeah.
Now that there's change of plans, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do.
Well, figure something out. You know I'm always down. Figure something out.
Alright, I have to go.
And if
go have a
anything,
look.
yeah, go on TikTok and find something. You know I'm always down for a celebration. So
Oh, I thought my birthday falls on Saturday. So
you see,
that's a good thing.
yes, I have nothing planned yet. I need to start planning now because before you know it, with this whole plan thing, it'll be July.
Yeah.
And I'll have nothing in place and the summer's over.
August, I think I told Audra. August, that bank holiday weekend, I want to go to Montenegro.
Oh yeah, girl, I would go. All right, boom, done.
So I said to Audra, so yeah, I forgot to tell you on her birthday, but yes, I tell you now.
Where you going? You didn't say you're not going to Greece anymore.
Yeah, that's May though.
Oh,
I said remember we get extra bank holiday because of
yes, King. Yes, King. Come down.
Yes, extra bank holiday.
Yes.
So I'm going to Corfu for like a couple days.
That's nice.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna be out there in my Union Jack dress. I'm wearing my Union Jack. You know how I give
you
it up.
better make sure
You know how I give it up. My toxic trait is that I act like the royal.
I mean, that's very Jamaican.
Listen,
like especially of a specific generation. Why them love they love the Queen.
Yes.
I don't know if them love Charles.
No, they really give up. Let me. God save the Queen. God save the King. Okay, I can't help it. Y'all already know how I give it up. I went to the Jubilee. I do.
That is just so that picture.
God, I'm gonna put a picture up here.
That picture every single time. I was laughing, cackling. My God.
Listen, I don't even. Something wrong with me. I don't know why. I'm just so extra. Anyway, I will be up there.
Okay.
I will let you know how it goes.
I'll be watching from the sideline.
I'm ordering a little Union drag dress. And I'm just gonna be out there representing. Okay, I can't miss this. We're really part of history with this stuff.
Oh, it's true. We live in historical times.
With the Queen, I never thought I was gonna see the day.
No, it's true.
And
I definitely, to be honest, I definitely thought that Charles was gonna go away to the afterlife.
Before Queen was going. No,
the way how that lady was holding on to that.
Yeah, my girl was holding on. I really thought she had 7 more years.
Honestly,
I did. You know why? Because her mom passed it at one.
Right, the long live
and she doesn't smoke. But obviously, heartbreak is heartbreak. But I'm all for it. Give me something to look forward to. I don't care what y'all gotta say. I don't care what y'all gotta say. My toxic trait is that I really enjoy the royals. I love all of it. All of it. I respect all of them. And we're going to see how it is. Imagine the banknotes. I haven't had a banknote in my hand so long. They have to switch it out.
They have to switch it out. Wow, look at Charles, finally.
Right, finally. It took him 70-something years just to be able to do his job.
Man.
Wow.
Patience.
I'm impressed. I'm gonna give him a chance to do what he needs to do. But he's waited his whole life for this moment.
Trust me.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm really excited. It's around the corner. I have nothing ordered yet. I should wear white and blue hair. What y'all think? Listen, my grandmother told me there's no one more British than me, so I believe it. Thank you very much.
Funny.
Listen, anywho. We are coming up to the end of our podcast, so I'm going to do a quick ending because we got 3 minutes. So I'll just edit this part out. I'm going to ask you if you want to put your Instagram or if are you working on anything? Like you have a brand or anything outside of it?
No, not at this moment,
Okay,
I'm just a lowly corporate babe,
Listen, it's fine. It's so fine. But you can say your Instagram if you want. Or where they can find you or anything like that. But I'm going to close out right now. Okay. Mercedes, Cedes, this was so great. Thank you so much for coming
No
on
problem.
pod.
No problem. This is my first podcast.
Listen, it's not gonna be your last because
Okay.
my girl Cedes got something to say. Okay, she's always down, always a vibe. One of my favorite people out here in London, and I have a little small community of Xpat friends, and she's really just down to earth, and gives you all the vibes. So I love that. So it was really great having you on the pod. It was really great talking about Jamaica and just all the elements that helped you move here and stay here, and what you experienced and what you love and miss about back home. And it was really great. I could talk about this place all the time. I was too lazy to put it back on, but it was really great having you. I don't know if you have your Instagram. Listen, me and her text. I hardly see her on Instagram or anything.
I am terrible. Listen, I'm a I don't know, me and social media have a love it. I love it and I hate it. I have my moments. But what's my Instagram? Excuse me, patois. I think it's
I have not seen it pop up in so long.
Because I've not posted. I deactivated for like 2 months. And then I'm back now.
Guys, you'll see Cedes when you see Cedes, because she's not even going to be on Instagram. I will put it up. But I'm telling you, as someone who follows her, I have not seen that name pop up in so long.
But when I do pop up, it's a vibe.
Yes. So you know what? Her birthday's coming up. So she'll be up
put
there.
up 2 pictures.
Yes,
right.
Please. Cedes' last post was like 2020.
No, I'm trying to post it last year. No, I posted on my birthday, man. 1 picture on the birthday. So it's been a year since I posted on the grid. I posted
but it's like
on the
stories.
I post on the stories, man. I have a little chat here and there on the stories. The giggle.
She's telling the truth, guys. She's telling the truth. But it was really great having you. You guys know where to find me. And stay tuned for another episode where I dive into another person's journey with moving to London and telling me more about their hometown, home country, and just their way of life. It was really great being here, and yeah, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for
We're gonna pop up in these things. Oh, I hope we get sponsored by y'all. But yeah, I finished my Prosecco as well. It was really great. Have a great rest of the day, guys. Bye.
Bye.